My name is Lorraine Simpson and I am a true traveller. From a very young age, I made my passport work very hard for me, and now I have the stamps from 96 countries and counting. So I'll be your travel host right here every Wednesday on Yachting International, bringing you my stories, memories, tips, and of course the latest travel news too. So we're going to go from off the beaten path places to a few fabulous hotspots for a luxurious getaway, as well as my personal favourites from my own travel experiences. So we'll certainly have lots to keep us going. So first off, let's start with the news, because navigating the world right now is anything but easy, and one of the industries that changes the most by the day is the world of travel. So as it is my favourite topic, let's talk travel. We all saw off 2020 with the contempt it deserved, looking forward to a much brighter new year, only to have our hopes quickly dashed when we realised that 2021 was really 2020's bigger, badder, older brother coming in to show his little bro really how it's done. Well, he can screw off because we're ready for you now, buddy. Well, and we may be crushed, we are not beaten yet, and as the industry of travel and tourism is fighting back with all its strength and coming up with great ideas and innovative solutions to get us all back in the air at 36,000 feet. So, hot on the heels of many other countries around the world, now all international travellers will be required to arrive into the United States and Canada with a negative COVID-19 test. Under the new rules, travellers flying in will have to show proof of a negative viral test before boarding their flight. Now, the test must be taken within 3 days of their scheduled departure, and passengers will have to show written documentation to the airline or they won't be allowed on the planes. Now, in light of this, hotels really stepped up very fast with this, and in many resorts in the Caribbean and in Mexico, they are now offering testing to comply with these regulations right at their resorts. Other travel companies are also doing the same thing, including some tour operators like Via Tours in Croatia and private safaris in Africa, who will arrange the tests for you while you're in destination as part of their services, and will even pay for it. This is great news, because I started researching where people can get tested, and honestly I came up with so many different times, hoops to jump through, as well as costs all the way from $30 to $530, and that could really add a significant cost to your vacation. Now, insurance companies have also been jumping on board to keep travel alive, and they've been offering to cover COVID-related illness while traveling, and some airlines even including COVID insurance free when you book travel with them. I love that. This is great. It's all good news. Let's keep this good news going. So next up, a new platform similar to the wallet app you find on your iPhone from Loop Insights has been signed up for use at the large events such as the NBA Championships, which will take place in Las Vegas. Well, large events are the most difficult to manage in a pandemic, and Loop Insights has come up with a fabulous way to track and trace and create bubbles of visitors, along with keeping their privacy, of course, but still keeping us safe. It can also be used on planes too, apparently, but I'm not 100% sure how it works just yet. So next week, I'm going to bring you a report from the CEO of the company, Robert Anson, who will tell us more about this new technology, which is very promising in all aspects of travel. Safety is paramount, and let's just get us traveling again, but also attending these large events that we love so much. Over-tourism has been a topic for many travel insiders over the years, and the pandemic just tipped it to the top of the pile of what to try to eradicate. And as travellers search for lesser known and under-touristed places, the likes of one of my all-time favourite places in the world, Venice, has come into question. Now, Venice has long been the unofficial epicentre of over-tourism, with 30 million annual visitors coming to a city of just 50,000 residents. Venice has spent years fighting this issue, with reducing the numbers of large cruise ships and even banning the big ships from sailing down the top of the Grand Canal as they used to. So extending their efforts, the city is bringing in the tech world to combat over-tourism. And now, inside an abandoned warehouse on the Venetian island of Tronchetto is a high-tech control tower with high-tech screens filled with maps and graphs and charts, all with the mission to combat over-tourism. The city now has a comprehensive tourist report so that travellers can plan their visit by avoiding peak days. It also offers itineraries for detourists to explore the areas outside where the crowds tend to go. Now stay tuned for more about this in the coming weeks, as I will be bringing you a few of my secret favourite Venetian places, including a couple of insider tips on where to buy designer shoes right from the factories just outside of Venice. I will also take you to my favourite hotel in Mira, just about 40 minutes away from Venice itself, and meet the costume designer for some of the world's best known operas. So that's all in the news this week of travel ups. There are a few downs, but I see great forward steps, which for me is very encouraging. A bit like puppy training. Let's focus on the ups and just clean up the downs when they happen, so to speak. Okay, so now it's time to do a bit of travelling, and I'm heading over to the west coast of Canada, to Victoria, British Columbia. So we just got off the Dreamliner and now going to get on to this cute little plane that almost looks like it's a Flintstone plane. And I have to put my feet through the bottom and then run along the runway to make it go. So the best thing to do on this island is to go whale watching. So this morning, Lorraine is going on a boat. Now, you might think I'm a little overdressed, but actually it's going to be cold out there. So I have my gaiter on, I'm going to put my woolly hat on top, and we're off to find some whales. And this company, Eagle Wings, guarantees it 100%. So let's take them up on it.
You like this hat? A lot of people don't like this hat. Makes people angry.
I don't like it.
Our boat was a private charter, and as long as we socially distanced from the captain, we were allowed to remove our masks.
So sometimes you have to sacrifice a bit of glamour for a really cool experience. It's a bit chilly. So the island right behind me is called Darcy Island, and in the 1800s it was used as a leper colony, and then after that, when all the lepers had gone on to the mainland, it was actually used during Prohibition to store all of the illegal alcohol between Canada going off to the United States. So we're just waiting for the whales to come up, and around here it's a bit like a buffet for humpback whales, and they can eat between 1 to 2 tons of food a day. So they usually stay around here underwater about between 5 and 12 minutes. Down in the tropics they can stay underwater for an hour, but here usually about 5 to 12 minutes. Boat hair, don't care, slap a bit of lippy on and you'll be fine. So the weirdest thing just happened. We're on calm water, and then this current arrived, and now we're in like a whirlpool, and even though the boat is actually in neutral, it's just spinning us in a circle. I'm a little bit afraid that any minute now it's going to suck us right under and we're going to find Amelia Earhart down there somewhere in the ocean. Okay, so we're back. That was so much fun. Don't worry about doing your hair before you go. You really won't need to. But one of the things I will say is dress warm. It gets very cold on the boat, but we were very well prepared. They gave us tons of notice in advance. We took gloves and hats and coats and everything. We were completely fine. Endless supply of champagne, check. And now I've picked up a bit of food along the way. everything I need for a picnic on the lawn on a Saturday afternoon at the Empress Hotel in Victoria. They've even got a dinner bell. Hear the dinner bell? Right. Dinner, grabs up. Here we go, picnic on the lawn. There's all kinds of goodies in here.
So let's leave Canada now and head right across the ocean to South Africa. After landing in Cape Town, we head over to the Stellenbosch region in the Western Cape. Now, Stellenbosch is perhaps South Africa's most famous wine-producing region and is home to some of the best-known wineries, renowned for their quality of the Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot and Bordeaux blends. In Stellenbosch, the vineyards are set at the foot of Jutton mountain peaks, shrouded by misty clouds that evoke a Shangri-La-like landscape. And we're talking about world-class quality here. You know, Cape Winelands has carved out a wine identity with signature varieties like Pinotage and Chenin Blanc, but the outstanding quality wines produced from common grapes like Cabernet Sauvignon, Sauvignon Blanc, and even Chardonnay surprised us, and especially for the value for money. For me, travel is about collecting memories, and I absolutely adore everything about South Africa. It will live with me till the day I die, and I will be going back there as soon as I possibly can. Okay, I know I promised penguins on a beach. So if you've gone to the Stellenbosch and Franschhoek wine region and then you're heading back to Cape Town, take a little bit of a detour and go down to Boulders Beach and you'll find penguins right there on the beach, just as if nothing is unusual about seeing a penguin on the beach. They're so cute. So that's the show. So remember, stay safe, keep dreaming, keep planning, and after all, the world is a book, and without travel, you only get a page. So join me right here next week for more of my travel adventures.